Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I say ours because of course it's Tessa's and mine. I am Marianne. Here I am making plenty of ridiculous faces. I recorded this super bright, fun look for you, so if you want to see how I did it. Oh, I have eyelash glue on my hand. Oh dear, sorry about that. But if you like this look, then just keep on watching. So, here we go with my makeupless face, and I started with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid, and I have the color pink, so I just go ahead and brighten up any dark areas that I have on my face. So under my eyes and down my nose, chin, philtrum, that little space above your lip, and blend it in with my damp B&H Cosmetics sponge. I'm continuing then with my MAC concealer, and it's the Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15. And I'm actually mostly just going in back over those areas that I just put the color correcting fluid over. I need a lot of help under my eyes. As you can probably see, I have mega dark circles that are just always there, and a little bit of redness on my forehead. And then I just go in and lighten up some of the high points of my face, some of those contour areas. And I'm going in with the same damp blending sponge from BH Cosmetics, and I'm just blending that all into my skin. Then I'm going in with my MAC Waterweight foundation, and this one is in NC20. I honestly don't know why I did my concealer and foundation in that order. I realized afterwards that that's the reverse of what I usually do, but in the end it was mostly fine. And I just blended that all into my skin. And I think I might have gone back in with some, oh no, I didn't. So then I took my Makeup Forever translucent powder. This one has sort of a pink tinge to it and tends to help a little bit more with brightening. I was doing this video in natural light, so actually you can just still see that I still have circles under my eyes and all my skin imperfections, but that is fine. So here I'm going in with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is in the color Ash Brown, and I'm just going in and deciding on the shape of my eyebrow, mostly just following my natural line from the bottom, then filling it in, and then drawing some little wispy brow hairs in the front. So I definitely went for a more natural, fluffy brow in this look, and I did my second brow off camera. So there are both of my eyebrows. Moving on to my benetint. I really like this product. It just gives you really nice, natural, glowy cheeks. Again, sort of like the Tarte one that I've shown in other videos. So I just really like a natural glow without too much glitter or shimmer in it. So this kind of just looks like you've been outside. And yes, I like to blush my nose and also my chin, which seems a bit silly because I just put concealer over those, but that's just to make my skin nice and uniform. And this, yes, I go in and make it red again. So this is also by Benefit. It's the What's Up, I think. Yeah. It is a highlighter cream stick, and I started with my finger here and then decided it wasn't laying it down enough product, and I'm just going in with the actual stick itself and blending it all in. So high points of my face, tip of the nose, chin, Cupid's bow, and then I'm going in and priming my eyes with my Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. And I'm going ahead and going all the way up to my eyebrows. And I'll do both eyes, but I did the other eye off camera. This is my Forever 21 matte eyeshadow palette, and let me tell you, for 13 bucks, the pigmentation is not bad at all, and you get a pretty good color selection. They're not super exciting, but you know what? For transition colors, they are great, and if you are a hooded eye person like me, matte eyeshadows are your friend. So I'm going in with this light pink shade. Good job, Marianne, you're off camera. And I just use that as my transition shade on both eyes. Then I'm grabbing my Take Me to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, which is super fun and bright and inexpensive. I think I paid 10 bucks for this one. And I'm going in with the bright, bright pink, which is also a matte, and I'm using that in my eye socket, so above where my eye folds, in a sort of dome shape, which I cannot take credit for. I learned this technique off Stephanie Lang's channel. I will link her down below in the description box, but basically it's the idea of creating a dome above where your eye folds so that when your eyes are open, if your eyes are hooded, you can still see that pretty pink shade that you're laying down up there. So I tend to really, really go ham and blow that eyeshadow out and bring it all the way up almost to my eyebrow. Then I'm grabbing my Melt Cosmetics Lovesick stack, and I'm going to grab the shade Promiscuous, which is a really nice duochrome purple color, which changes whether you're putting it over a natural base, a white base, or a black base, so it's a fun color. And I'm taking this Quo brush, which is just from the drugstore, Pharmaprix if you're in Quebec, Shoppers if you're anywhere else in Canada, and I don't know if you're in the US. So I'm just placing that all over the lid and following up into my socket so that the two colors blend together. And I get a nice darker area where the socket is to push that hood back and make my eyes look slightly less hooded, which if you have hooded eyes, you probably want as well. And now I'm just blending the two together. I went in and added a little bit more of that hot pink to my crease. So now I'm going in with a little angled brush, also by Quo from the drugstore. So nice inexpensive brushes, but they're perfectly fine. And I'm going in and darkening up my lower lash line and dragging it up to meet where I laid down that purple shadow on the top to give my lower lashes a little bit more definition. Now I am grabbing my BH Cosmetics. It's sort of a two-ended brush. I was using the other fluffier end when I was blending the hot pink shade, and this is the other end of that brush, which is sort of a pencil brush end, and I'm going back in with some more pink and just taking that a bit lower on the bottom lash line, I guess, for no better way to say it. Now I'm going to go in with this darker purple shade. It is also a matte in the Take Me to Brazil palette, and I'm darkening up the outer V of my eye, and as you can see, it didn't work very well. So after I've done my two eyes, I grabbed my Naked 3 palette, and with the shade Darkheart, which is the darkest shade in the palette, and the brush that came with the Naked 3 palette from Urban Decay, I'm going in again and darkening up that outer V, and that worked much, much better. So this color is like a charcoal. It's not quite a black, but it's like a matte charcoal with red glitter flecks in it, but to be honest, you can't really see the glitter flecks once you put it down, so it just acts as a nice matte charcoal, and that worked for darkening up the outer V, so I was happy with that. And so I continued with my NYX matte liquid eyeliner, and I just did a very thin line above my top lashes. Again, if you have hooded eyes like mine, you want to keep your eyeliner on the fairly thin side, or else you won't be able to see any of the shadow you've put on your mobile lid unless your eyes are closed. So even when I'm doing a wing liner, and I've said this in my other tutorials, I keep that line super thin. So I grabbed this little shader brush from Claire's, which is like a little jewelry boutique. I've mentioned it before, and I'm grabbing the shade Amelie from the Melt Cosmetics Lovesick stack again. It's a really nice gold duochrome peach color, and I'm using that as my inner corner highlight. And then I'm grabbing my MAC Double Gleam, which is a really nice champagne highlight color, and I'm going in and highlighting my brow bone again with a fluffier brush from the company Icing, which I got at Claire's boutique again, which is like a little girl jewelry store, but you know what? Their brushes are fine. They're soft and they work, and why not? So then I grabbed my Duo eyelash glue and popped it on my hand, which you saw at the beginning of my video because I forgot to take it off. And I just let it sit there to start getting a bit tacky before I put it on my eyelashes. And meanwhile, I grabbed my L'Oreal Voluminous mascara, which I love. It's a drugstore product, but it really, really thickens up my sad little eyelashes. And I put it on the top and on the bottom lashes. And then I forgot to restart the camera to put on my eyelashes. So here they are, already on. I do have me putting on the eyelashes in other tutorials if you want to see it. Sad, I'm sorry. But I grabbed these Ardel lashes, also from the drugstore. They're just a set of really fine wispy lashes. I'll write down the number in the description below. And I cut them in half. So I have half a lash band on either eye, just on the outer corners, to thicken up those outer corner lashes, which if you're new to lashes is a really easy way to apply them if you have a hard time doing that. Ooh, and here we have Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow liquid lipstick to add lipstick to this look that doesn't overpower the eyes. I think it's kind of nice and complimentary to do a neutral lip with such a bright eye. And then finally, I went in with my Makeup Forever Aqua Brow number 10, 15, and 25 and put in some faux freckles. I do have a tutorial just on how I do my faux freckles. There are also lots of other ones on YouTube, but I'll link that video down below if you want to see me putting on my freckles for an entire video. So I just go in and I do the 3 tones of freckles. I add a few larger ones in, just trying to make them look as natural as possible. Again, I go more into detail in my other video. And then I just press them down into my skin, again, A, to make sure they're dry, and B, for them to look a little bit more natural. So they're kind of a little bit blended into my skin. Here I'm going in with my NARS Orgasm blush, which is well used as you can see. And then I'm putting another coat of blush on top of the one I already put down. And this is kind of just so that it looks like the freckles are sitting under my makeup instead of on top of my makeup. Again, I go a little bit more in depth into that in my other video. And fixing up my bangs, fluffing up my hair. That is today's look. So hopefully you enjoyed it. You can follow us on Instagram at the Power Pout Girls, and I'll see you next time. Bye.